Hi everyone. We'll move on to the next content in the investor transaction. Investor transaction with the fund. Though this slide is going to be so busy, lot of contents are available, lot of information is still available. Just to follow the things what we have discussed in the things. First procedures. I think this is called NFO. New fund offer. Whenever the company and AMC is permitted to do the business practices, then they have to send an invitation to all those investor, either through direct or through the distributor or through the advertising agencies or through the bankers. And this process is going on when the investor are coming and buying the shares through the NFO, that is called the fresh purchases. Applications can be downloadable, applications can be available, applications can be distributed through any concerned person. If anybody interested, they can be avail the application from the website of the particular AMC along with the KIM. So key information memorandum, the basic document, which will be provide all the must relevant information about the particular scheme, which was no which provide information and is most important to understand the mutual fund scheme by the investor point of view. So once this all is over, once the attachment is going to be done, application is filled up, and a relevant amount is also sent through the ASPA and all. Then the separate account is created in the name of the particular investor. That mutual fund account is created in the name of the particular investor is named as folio. If you are already existing shareholder or existing mutual fund holder, you will already allotted with the folio. That folio, that debit or credit is made it in the particular company. When you are a new investor, the new account has to create it. That's a new folio number is generated. Once this everything is over, then an official a communication, a transaction slip, and there that account summary will send from company to the individual with the particular name. In future, the investor can use this particular folio number for further purchases. I will move on to the second one, additional purchases. This is what the further purchases. That means the investor is going again to the particular company for buying the product. One, the fresh purchase is always coming with here the face value, that is 10 rupees. Might be the any relevant material or any relevant price paid by investor to the units. But whereas in the case of additional purchases or further purchases, it is always made with here the NAV. So NAV may be comprised with here the price as well as the transaction cost. The transaction cost is depend upon the value of the things or security transaction cost, STT, has to paid by investor towards the particular person, or the transaction cost has to paid. So the further purchases or additional purchases come with here the NAV. While you go for the additional purchases, you need not to fill again an application. Instead of that, you can fill only the transaction slip. That the transaction slip is coming and available in the market by two way. One is already printed transaction slip, and next one is non-printed transaction slip. In printed transaction slip, that means issued by your company, mean already being an existing shareholder, the transaction slip will carry with here the information about you, your name, PAN number, folio number, and address, so on. So only you have to fill that what we call an additional purchase. Suppose a new customer or maybe an unfilled mean, you have to fill it everything with here the particular info, that is called as transaction. So what is the benefit means? It is very simple. Once you have the folio number, you go with the additional purchase. They have to fill only the transaction slip. Unnecessarily time spent may be avoided. And move to the next one, online transaction. This facility is also provided to the existing shareholders, not for the new shareholders. The new shareholders has to go with only with the other physical form of presenting the information, though it is available in the online is also. So once you want to be go with the online transaction, then the investor has to request the RTA of the particular company. Yes, I need such a kind of service from the mutual fund company. Then the company will ask certain basic documents. The document has to filled by investor. Once it's everything over, then PIN number will be allotted to the particular investor. So when the PIN is allotted, then the investor of that particular mutual fund scheme or mutual fund company can go with the future purchases using of this particular PIN on online. So what is the benefit of online? Time saving. And second one, easily catch the market of marketability or the market rate of the particular one. How am I going to be pay my amount or remit my amount for buying of the units? It is N number of way you can be go with the cash and e-wallet, check, DD, remittances, ECS, ASPA, M-banking, UPA service, and then there is a new kind of an way that means called as the Aadhaar enabled payment services. It is now recently after the 2014 enabled system, and then the National Unified USSD platform and cards and one-time mandate. So these are all the ways how you can be settle your account with buying and selling of the securities with units with the mutual fund investor. And we'll move on to the next one is the allotment of units to the investor. So this is the formality has to performed by particular mutual fund company. Once the application process are all over, then they'll be securitized based on the requirement. The units will be allotted on the basis of the requirement made by the people. It can be allotted by way of rupee or by way of the NAV. If it is a fresh purchase, it is always be the units value. If it is a further purchase, it can go with here the value or with here the unit. It is depend upon the request made by investor with the particular investment company. And next one is the repurchase of unit. Repurchase of unit is named as redemption, which means am I going to sell my unit with the issuing company? This will be happening in open-ended scheme. Whereas in the case of closed-ended scheme, that all be settled in the stock market, not in the with the company. So in only in open-ended scheme, repurchase made by the particular investor along with a particular company. Always redemption is made or repurchase is made based on the NAV of current price minus exit load. If any exit load is there, any STDs, security transaction tax is there, any capital gains tax is there, whatever it is applicable to the particular, now the stamp duty is introduced. So whatever the applicable, it is applied in the value of the thing. The amount will be credited in the account of particular investor, because it is a demat account maintained by every investor. So when the demat account is there, bank account is already submitted by you with your mutual fund company, the amount will be directly credited immediately with the bank account of the particular concern. So here is also the redemption can be made by value or by units. So இங்க நம்ம பணம் மூலமாகவும் ரெடம்ஷன் பண்ணிக்கலாம், யூனிட் மூலம் ரெடம்ஷன் பண்ணிக்கலாம். எனக்கு பணம் எவ்வளோ வேணும், எனக்கு ஒரு 1,00,000 பணம் கொடுங்கன்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா, அந்த 1,00,000 ரூபாய்க்கு என்ன பண்ணுவாங்க அப்படின்னா, எத்தனை இன்னைக்கு கரண்ட் மார்க்கெட் பிரைஸ்ல ஒரு யூனிட்டோட NAV எவ்வளவுங்கிறது பார்த்து அந்த மொத்த வேல்யூவை NAV டிவைட் பண்ணி எவ்வளவு பணம் வருதோ அந்த யூனிட்ஸை கழிச்சுக்கிட்டு உங்க அக்கௌண்ட்ல பணம் வச்சிருவாங்க. இல்ல எனக்கு 1000 யூனிட் ரிடம்ஷன் பண்ணுங்கன்னா அந்த 1000 யூனிட் மல்டிப்ளைட் பை NAV ரேட்டா போட்டு உங்களுக்கு அந்த எக்ஸெட் போட்டு கொடுத்துருவாங்க. ஸோ ஹியர் தேர் இஸ் another பாயிண்ட் இஸ் ஆல்சோ தேர், இட் இஸ் மோஸ்ட் இம்பார்ட்டன்ட். ரிடம்ஷன் கேன் பி பாசிபிள், பட் ரிடம்ஷன் பண்ணும்போது தேர் ஷுட் பி த மினிமம் நம்பர் ஆஃப் யூனிட் ஆர் மினிமம் வேல்யூ ஆஃப் அசட் ஹேஸ் டு மெயின்டைன் ரீடைன் இன் அ பர்டிகுலர் போலியோ. உங்க அக்கௌண்ட்ல ஒரு குறிப்பிட்ட அமௌண்ட் நீங்க மெயின்டைன் பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கணும். இப்போ நீங்க வந்து ஒரு 10 லட்ச ரூபா பணம் வச்சிருக்கீங்க, இன்வெஸ்ட் பண்ணிருக்கீங்க, அதுல நீங்க வந்து 9 லட்ச ரூபா எடுத்துட்டீங்கன்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா அந்த கம்பெனிக்கு திடீர்னு டிவால் ஆகிப்போம். அப்ப என்ன பண்ணுவாங்கன்னு சொன்னீங்கன்னா, தே பிகாஸ் ஆஃப் அவாய்டிங் சச் கைண்ட் ஆஃப் த இஷ்யூஸ், the mutual fund company demanding that one, நீங்க redemption பண்ணிக்கலாம். பட் redemption பண்றதுக்கு முன்னால அதுல எவ்வளவு யூனிட் ரீடைன் பண்ணணும், எவ்வளவு வேல்யூ ரிட்டைன் பண்ணணும் ஒரு கண்டிஷன் இருக்குது. இஃப் அட் ஆல் யுவர் redemption requirement is more than that one, then naturally then the company demanded that you have to be redeemed all the units, நாட் டு த பர்டிகுலர். நீங்க கேட்குற மாதிரி பண்ண முடியாது. மொத்த யூனிட்ஸுமே நீங்க என்ன பண்ணணும், ரிடம்ஷன் பண்ணி உங்க அக்கௌண்ட்டுக்கு என்ன பண்ணிடணும், க்ளோஸ் பண்ணிடணும். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த how the repurchases of units are made in the company. So in the investor transaction with the fund, we have discussed fresh purchases, additional purchases, online transactions, and payment mechanism, how the payment has to be made by investor with the mutual fund companies, allotment of units to the investor, and a repurchase of units.